Welcome to the Albuquerque Adult Learning Center's Career Pathways Google Classroom. As part of our Career Pathways initiative, we decided to create a self-paced Career Pathways classroom in Google Classrooms. The purpose of this is twofold. First, it is to give students a self-paced asynchronous resource that they can complete on their own with regard to their own career pathways. The second is to give instructors some resources for their own contextualized lessons in their in-person classes. So I'm going to show you around this classroom and then give you an opportunity at the end of the video to join the classroom just in case you are interested in any of these modules. So first I'm going to go over here to Classwork. And you'll notice that the first two sections include an introduction video, which gives students instructions on how to join the class, how to navigate the class, how to access assignments, complete assignments, and submit assignments. The second is a Career Pathways punch clock. Now this is a simple Google form that allows students to sign in when they're getting ready to do work and then sign out when they're done. That way we can give the students credit for the hours that they spend on these assignments. Now if we go over to the next section, this all focuses on research. Now the first module gives them an opportunity to take a personality test and go to Own It. That way they can research careers that maybe they are interested in or find something new if they're not quite sure. The last part of the assignment is a career journal. We try to incorporate writing assignments into almost all of our assignments so that students can not only get practice with typing up a written response, but that they have an opportunity to reflect as they complete these lessons. One very important thing to note is that we never created this classroom with the intention that students would have to complete every module. So if a student was very focused and knew their own career pathway, they could simply skip a module and focus on the modules that are most useful for that student. The rest of these, again, focus on research, STEM occupations, the professional network. What is a professional network? What do you do if you don't have a network? And then every section ends with a discussion forum. So the discussion forum asks a question. In this case, what are some challenges you faced during your career research? What advice would you give to your fellow students who are just starting out in these assignments? And then the student would just simply post a comment or respond to a comment that was already there. The purpose of this is so that students can, again, reflect publicly and share their thoughts and opinions so that as other students completed modules, they would have these as a sort of guide. Now moving on to section 2, this is where we lay the groundwork for action. And with module 1, we're looking at self-directed goals. Students will think about and set their goals. Module 2 focuses on making contacts and an introduction to what's called an informational interview. Module 3 talks about the formal job interview process and business emails. Module 4 focuses on creating a resume in Google Docs. Module 5 talks about post-secondary education. So there is definitely some start of action in section 2, and then as with the first one, you have the discussion question. In this case, the discussion question is, what challenges do you see in laying the groundwork for your future career, and what support systems do you have to help you? Section 3 really gets into action. So, Module 1 focuses on post-secondary research and applications, as well as just taking a look at options, doing comparisons between schools if you're interested in more than one. Module 2, which happens to be a very popular assignment with our students, is actualizing entrepreneurship. This talks about business ownership and how to apply for a business license. Module 3 talks about sending out job applications, and then, of course, you have your discussion forum. Now, the last part, the last section, are career and workforce resources that we have gathered specifically for our area. We are in Albuquerque, so some of these resources are only in Albuquerque, others are not. So there are some that are statewide. There are some that really are not just specific to New Mexico, so these can be used in other areas, but there are some that are specific to Albuquerque. So we wanted to just have these resources. These are not assignments. These are just informational resources for students as they go through the classroom. So if you are interested in taking a closer look at these assignments and possibly making a copy for your classroom and then modifying it for your program, we are happy to share. So let me go over to the front page here, and I'm going to blow up this class code, and I'm going to leave this up for a little bit. But please feel free to copy down this class code. This is how you will join the class as a student. So what you want to do is you want to go to classroom.google.com. So let me just go here that way, classroom.google.com, and it will take you to your Google Classroom. If you have a bunch of classes, then all you have to do is go over here to this plus sign and then hit join class, and then you can put in your class code and it will add you as a student automatically. If you have no classes, you will have a blue Join Class button that you can click. And again, just put that code into the space there, and you will be able to enter as a student. Entering as a student will allow you to see what your students would see as they are completing lessons, which is very useful. You can also request to be added as a teacher. This is just a copy of our classroom. I'm sure you noticed that there wasn't any student work in any of the assignments. And the reason for that is because we have been using this copy of the classroom in various trainings and workshops. So this is perfect for you to take and look at. You won't be able to mess it up because, again, this is just a copy, and you can make a copy for yourself. If you are interested in being added as a teacher to this classroom, simply send me an email, Jamie, Jamie, at abqalc.org, and I will add you as a teacher to the classroom. And again, please feel free to make a copy of it or even just take a few of the assignments and modify them to your program. I hope that this video was useful, and good luck with your organization's Career Pathways Initiative.